Welcome to this video. This video today I'm going to look at my talent spec, and for my talents, my World of Warcraft characters, I generally tend to go to one single place for them, and that is the website Noxix, which is Noxxic, I think Noxix. I'll just double check. Yeah, Noxix.com. I've gone there for a very long time, several years. They always give me the best DPS. I typically take the PvE spec for my character. In this case, it's my Shadow Priest. I really say that their talents are, they merge very well together, and the people who have done this, it's kind of like a system where they've been voted on. So people they add in for Noxix, they go through, they use it, and they work out which are the best builds, and it's kind of accumulation of a lot of data from a lot of different elite players. Now, it's quite an elitist site, so I'll show you the talents I've chosen, but I'm also going to go through what I think they've done for my character. Sounds a bit weird, but how they practically apply when I'm fighting in PvE. Twist of Fate. After dealing a target below 35% health, you deal 20%. I mean, that's obvious. That's just culling the weak kind of thing, basically. When the health is down, you're taking more out. It's just going to speed up the last bit of the fight, which with a Shadow Priest, there's a lot of times where it's you and them, especially if it's an elite or if it's an end of quest mini boss. You don't have armor. The less times you have to use health coil on yourself, the better. Body and Soul, Power Word Shield, increased target's move speed by 40% for 3 seconds. This is a let's run thing, and it really helps when you have to get away. Same for the Psychic Scream. That really helps as well. Throw everything around. If you're a Shadow Priest, you get mobbed by a group of 5 or 6. I've got it in one of my other videos. It can be hell to get out of. I'm going to do a video on how to deal with that. The simple fact that you do have to sacrifice some of your mana for health, and there's nothing else you can do about it. And we have the Reaper of Souls. Shadow Word deaths now castable on targets below 35%. That makes a big difference. It doesn't sound like it does, but it's one of your most powerful damaging spells. It triggers earlier. You get a chance to really thump that last bit of the fight where, if it's you versus them, it just, with all of these talents together, your damage at the end when something's coming to death is increased. When raiding, these really help, because that's the bit where your healers are running out of mana, your tanks may be getting low on health, and all of a sudden your damage is just skyrocketing. Your Shadow Apparitions now deal 100 increased damage. This is free damage. You do not have to generate these, they just throw out of you. Shadow Apparitions just fly out of you, and they're increasing, and they're generating more insanity. They're flying out of you, doing their job. They are fantastic. Mindbender, fantastic. Replaces Shadow Fiend. Basically, you get a mini Cthulhu. That's the best way to describe it. Does quite a bit more damage. And Legacy of the Void. God, how much I love this one. So you can smack your Void form much, much earlier, and that just means you can keep it up longer, and you can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I have had fights recently as I'm leveling up where you can almost stay in Void form maybe 60-70% of the time. I'm hoping as I get to level 110 that increases to 100. So those are my talents. I'll put a link to Noxix website in my description, and with the talent build I've chosen, linking to that page. In case you want to go there now and don't want to click on the link, it's www.noxix.com wow/PVE/priest/shadow, then spec-builds-talents. I mean, it is one of the best websites for doing any kind of talent spec. I would really suggest having a good look at the site. You can look at the different talent specs and look at reports on which characters are doing the most damage, what specs are doing the most damage, what builds are doing the most damage. The other things they have on there is they have stat priorities, they have items to look out for to increase stats. It really is a great place to get if you want to start getting elitist, but as I'm leveling at the moment, I'm not at that stage yet. At the moment I'm just getting the best items I can get, bang, 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 working on my DPS and leveling up as quick as I can. Thank you very much. It's been General Crow. Please rate, comment or survive. I meant subscribe, but survive is what I'm thinking about when I'm playing my Shadow Priest. God, I miss being a Death Knight or a Rogue.